Yes, 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 indeed. Here we are once again. I'm trying to get myself together because I have a very different setup today because I'm outside and making some stuff happen here for you and then for some other people. But anyhow, great to be here as always. Today, if this is your first time here, let me say, my name is Steele Greye. I am your host for Health and Wellness Wednesdays, and I am an engager, a singer, a podcaster, a dancer, just an all-around philanthropist. And I'm glad that you're here today. If you've never been here with us, we're 7 days a week, and we are full of surprises. Full of surprises every day of the week, different topics, different people, different things going on, and we love it here. So we're glad that you're here as well. Today, the topic that we're going to delve into is about this crazy, I don't want to call it a fad because it's real, and it is ASMR, right? What does that stand for? It stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. When I first heard about this, I just loved the title. I love the fact that it went to these words that are just amazing. And I was like, okay, what is this? What's going on with this? So I did my own research. And in my research, I found that this particular thing can actually be good for our wellness, which got me really excited. And I thought about it and I was like, man, these big words, what could they mean? What are they coming from? What are they doing with us? And I dug deeper and deeper and deeper. And I found these videos online everywhere. Now, I want to take you through it in a way that I don't want to make it too complicated, right? So let me just say before anything that this particular thing that we call ASMR, it is something that supposedly is taking you into an altered state of consciousness. When I say that, I don't mean anything bad or spooky or crazy. I mean something that relaxes you. I mean something that puts you in a place where you kind of forget about what's happening on the outside. You kind of think about things, maybe things are a little more pleasurable, things are a little more relaxing. Best way I can say it from the beginning, as we talk about like actual, what's the word I'm looking for? If we talk about actual, like, if you picture yourself having like a specific sensation, right? I'm gonna say something, and I hope everyone can understand this or has had this experience. You know those things you can get. I guess you can get them in all kinds of stores, and they go over your head and kind of like that over your head. And when that happens, you get like this tingly sensation. It goes from your head all the way down to your toes, and you just keep doing it, and it just makes everything relaxed. This is what I'm saying, or would be the tactile part of ASMR. The part that I'm concentrating more on, and by the way, only 1 in 5 people can fully connect to ASMR, which I found so fascinating. So that means only a small group of people can have this sensation that I'm describing. Now, I described it to you from a tactile perspective with something that actually touches your body. But what I want to concentrate more on is these ASMR videos that are just sound. Just sound. I'll give you an example. If I were to put my microphone close to my hands, and my hands had, let's say, some cookies in them, and I crushed the cookies in my hand, you would hear this in my hand, right? Also, if I had, let's say, some crushed ice in my hand, and I put my hands into a bowl, you would hear a certain thing with that as well. This is what I'm saying about these things that connect with our meridians in our body and give us these specific sensations. So when we talk about this on a whole, there's different ways to go about it. I put some notes down here, and I put them as being, calming responses or pleasurable responses, visual, auditory, tactile, olfactory, or cognitive stimuli, right? So picture this. you are on an island somewhere and you get up in the morning and you walk out to the sea and you sit down on the rocks. And as you sit down on the rocks, the waves are crashing back and forth. And all of a sudden, one wave crashes and the mist of the water hits you in your face. And it's so refreshing that you don't know what to do. You just sit there because your whole body's like, oh my God, that was incredible. This is, again, in the same vein of what I'm talking about. Now, you might ask yourself, well, this sounds great, Chase. How do I get into this space where I can have these sensations? What are you talking about? Well, I challenge you to go to YouTube and type in ASMR and then put the word after that you want that experience to give you, right? So you can put in ASMR relaxation, ASMR pleasurable sounds, ASMR sleeping sounds. And what will happen is you will go there and you will get these things that will aid you in getting the sensation that you want, right? Now, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but also with ASMR, there's a sensual side to it. Some people like ASMR that gives them the feeling or the movie in their brain that they're connecting with another person, right? So intense. So let's say we've all had the sensation of kissing someone. The sounds that are made when you're kissing someone, whatever kind of kiss you decide to give to that person, are also connected to ASMR. So if you close your eyes and you heard that sound, would you recognize it or would you not? And the other question is, would it relax you? This stuff is fascinating. Now, with all the study and all the research that's done on ASMR, which, by the way, has only been around since roughly 2010, I think, they're seeing that this has benefits. This is why I brought this topic up today. Benefits for your health, benefits for your health and wellness. They are saying now that you can go to sleep with an ASMR video playing or ASMR audio. Again, we have listened to things over time like rainstorms, or some people like static white noise, or some people like the sound of horses running in the forest. These things all connect to the same thing that I'm talking about. And I think this is kind of a win for everyone because it doesn't cost anything, right? You can get these videos online on YouTube. And again, put the topic in that you want to put in. And then all of a sudden, these videos come up. Sometimes you see faces of people, sometimes you don't see faces of people. But I'm telling you, what they do is so fascinating because you're getting this auditory sensation, yet you don't even have to see what you feel or what you hear in your brain, right? So again, just to give you another example, you know how if you've ever gotten a massage in a really nice spa, sometimes you hear this soft music in the background and then you hear water. You hear it like dropping in the background. To some people, that's one of the most relaxing sounds, right? The running water or the water itself can create this sensation inside of us. And by the way, you know this already, but we are mostly water. So it would make sense that we would be comfortable hearing the water, right, in our system or moving through our system. So that's, in a nutshell, what I wanted to say in general about ASMR. And hold on one second. Just want to make sure. Yes. So anyway, it was more of what I said, but all the things that deal with relaxation, right? Elevating your mood, relieving pain, taking away stress. Now think about this. Tonight, let's say tonight you want to go to sleep, but you don't feel well, you feel agitated or whatever the case may be. You can go to YouTube, you can put on one of these videos and leave it on. Some of them are meant to go through the night. And now some of you might be saying, but why would I want my phone all night next to my head? Totally understand that. I would take the phone and I would move it away from your bed. I'd move it across the room, turn the volume up, and let the sounds relax you from afar. This is a very, very personal experience. And as I said before, some people will not be able to do it, which is so fascinating to me because I'm thinking to myself, well, who wouldn't be able to relax with sounds? Who wouldn't be able to, take what I'm talking about and make something out of it? Why wouldn't it not be? And it has to do with your inner system. We're all different, and some people are triggered by other things, not specifically this, what I'm talking about. And in that way, you would not, each person wouldn't be affected. I don't want to be too complicated about it. As you look into this, please take your time with it, because there's some amazing videos and there's some a little bit crazy videos that you're going to find on there as well. You have been warned. I've watched the videos all the time myself, and now I am actually planning to make some ASMR videos because I'm that fascinated about it. I think that in general, what can't we do, or what don't we want to do to relax ourselves more? I think let's do it. Let's bring in anything that relaxes us to the point of being in the space of calm, right? We all want more calm. So I'm going to open up the floor to anyone who has anything to say about this right now. Any questions? Anyone at all?
Yeah, my daughter found ASMR videos in high school.
Right.
And
they weren't called
yeah.
that then, I don't think, were they?
Yeah, I think they were the ones
they
that
were.
she found.
Okay. How old's your daughter? I forgot.
She's 23 now.
23. Okay, so that's about right. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, so not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the right time frame. Yeah, and she would play them to be able to sleep, or if she got too stressed.
So good.
She's autistic.
Right.
And the first thing that shuts down for her is her ability to speak. And she just found it very calming and very soothing.
Yeah.
Because she is very auditory.
I'm completely in agreement with you. I haven't spoken about it to too many people, but it's so funny. Somehow I knew you knew about this already. When you opened your mouth, I was like, that would make sense that she knows all about this already. I'm glad. I'm really glad. And I, as always, send so much warmth out to you and your family. Your story is very moving to me, and I always love seeing you. It's such a pleasure.
It's always great to see you and learn from you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Grand Rising Chase and everyone else on the platform.
Hi.
In the room. So is it an acronym that you're saying ANSR?
ASMR.
ASMR.
Right. You can type it in.
I want to make sure I write it down properly. Okay, so
yeah.
ASMR. Okay, I wrote it properly. Because when I'm going to bed, a lot of times to relax and get in that, relaxation mode to sleep. Can you hear me?
I can. All of a sudden, I just have some background noise, and I don't want to mute right this moment. Or I can mute while you're talking. Actually. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So what I do is I tell Alexa, because I have an Alexa device in my room, and I tell Alexa, play raindrops or play the forest. Is that the same thing that you're referring to? Okay. You can't hear me. I can't. You're muted, Chase.
Sorry, I muted so you didn't hear that noise. Say that last part one more time.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll tell Alexa like to play raindrops or play the ocean or play forest sounds. Is that what that is?
Yes, definitely. That's what I was saying earlier. The water part is connected to all of us because we're all surrounded by water. We have water in us. We're drinking water, whatever. So that really relaxes us very well if we pick the right sounds. I believe the research that I've done. So I'm glad that's really great. I think that's good.
Yeah. I love it. It's very soothing to me.
It's so soothing. And you can make it go to different levels. You can do raindrops, you can do waterfalls, you can do thunderstorms, like all these different things.
Yeah, sometimes I do thunderstorms like a heavy rain, because being from the Caribbean, like a heavy rain, the galvanized roof is so soothing and makes you just so comforted and go to sleep. And because I'm a nature lover, sometimes I say play birds chirping.
Yeah, the birds are good too, yeah.
Yeah, so I use it all the time.
Excellent, really excellent. I wish more people would do it because it's a free therapy. It's there for all of us. And if you really wanted to be creative with it, you could actually go outside with a recording device during certain times and harness these sounds yourself, which is also very interesting. But that's just me going on my artistic rant.
Yes.
I'm just
when I went to Tobago earlier this year, and I stayed in a villa on the ocean.
Nice.
And I would hear the waves hitting, and oh my gosh, that was like the best thing ever when I'm going to sleep. It's just like, and like you say, you could go out into nature and capture these sounds. And I actually do sometimes when I go for a walk. Yeah. And I have a couple on tape because I played on Facebook one time and I was like, you hear that? The sound of nature. And so I'm just a freak for nature, and it's just so comforting, so comforting.
Truth, all truth. When I used to be on cruise ships, I was on cruise ships for about 2 years. I remember the sound of the dolphins screeching and bouncing off the side of the ship. We were in Alaska. Unbelievable. In the morning, I would hear them like children, like, hey, come out and play. And they would bounce off the ship and make that sound that I can't reproduce in this particular moment. But you know what I'm saying? This dolphin calling thing that they do. And you hear them hit the waves and they jump up and they flip around and they bounce off the ship. I'm like, wow, it's like a jungle gym for them. And that I'll never forget that. That was absolutely amazing. Anyone else have anything they want to add? No? Okay, no problem. So
just real quick.
Yeah.
Just real quick, Natalie's, the ones that she would listen to were a Ukrainian woman whispering.
Oh, like that. I like the voices. Of course, I like the voices. I'm a vocalist, right? I love when people are like, okay, now put your head back on the pillow, close your eyes. And you hear the person, it's like the person is right in your ear. That can be really, really soothing. And my friend said, yeah, you should make the videos. You make them. You use your voice. And I was like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. Florence.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the rain. I really like the sound of the rain.
The rain is the popular one. That's the people.
And that one, it's just the most beautiful sound.
Nice? It is so nice. Yeah.
Yes.
So nice.
Because I'm from a tropical country. We enjoyed as kids walking through the rain. And even now, I will just walk in the rain. Someone asked me the other day, why would you be walking through the rain? I said, it just soothes me. No matter what, the rain makes me happy.
It cleanses us. I think it cleanses us. Yeah. I think it always cleanses us. Matter of fact, I haven't done it in a long time, but every now and then I walk in the rain, just completely walking in the rain on purpose. And you can only get but so wet, right? You're like, I'm dressed. I'm good, whatever. And my grandmother used to tell me that was good for my locks.
Yeah, and I'm happy I go with natural hair, so I have nothing to worry about.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Natural hair all the way. Let's do it. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you. Did someone else talk at the same time? Did someone else have something to say? I don't know. I thought I heard another voice. No? Okay, maybe I didn't. Anyway, I'm really curious who goes forth and delves into this, because I want to hear the stories that you have from it. And really, my goal is to give you another tool to relax yourself, another tool to come down, another tool outside of meditation, yoga, walking, massage. This thing really gets into your system, right? Into the nervous system, into the meridians. And incidentally, I guess we could talk about this on another one, but the study of meridians is also very, very powerful. The meridians in the body and what they do and how they can affect us. We don't even realize it sometimes that things are affecting us in that way. And I think if we all were just a little bit more in tune with that, just by picking up a book at the library or buying a book on the meridians, or again, back to YouTube again, going to YouTube and saying, hey, let me see, what do these meridians do? What are they doing to me? How can I help myself with them? So on and so forth. It's just fascinating. We're fascinating beings, all of us. And I think if I had to put a percentage on it, we're probably using 40% of the power we have within our body as it relates to the meridians and the pressure points and reflexology and all that stuff that can really help us. If you talk to me, I'm a person who likes to solve things naturally. I don't remember the last time I put any medicines in my body at all. And I've been doing great so many years, so happy doing what I love to do, so on and so forth. And I'm not, saying that to toot my own horn. I'm saying that the capability that we have, I don't know that we tap into it quite as keenly as we could, because we're inundated with so much information, right? We're inundated with these pills and this, that, and this, and this, and this thing that we have in front of us, through obviously giving ourselves the right liquids, the right foods. But ASMR is something that I don't know if I said it like this earlier, but basically we all have experienced ASMR already. We don't even have to go look at it. We know what it is, but I'm calling it out and exposing it so that you can get closer to it. Because all of us have been in a place where we walk in and all of a sudden we're like, oh, so relaxed all of a sudden. What's going on? And the last time that happened to me, I was at a spa in New York in Tribeca called Air Spa. Air, what's the second word? Air, water. It's a AIRE. You can look it up online. As soon as you walk in the building, your nose, you smell some stuff, and you hear this, oh, bling. All these little sounds come through, and you're just like, where am I? I'm never leaving here. Like, it's just so amazing. Florence, did you have something else to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I just practiced this type of thing naturally, but well, recently I had an experience where I had shingles.
Okay.
And what I did was let it, like, I spoke to the area.
Yeah.
And in a very, very short time, I was really shocked, because when after this very angry, I could say these things were angry, and it was like coming at me, attacking me almost. And I just decided to send love to that area, and also make it represent, let it represent what might be going on in with the Arabs. I mean, in Gaza and in whatever. I said, whatever is going on over there, what I'm having pales in comparison to what's going on over there. That's and all true. Of it. And suddenly the shingles were just dried up. And I was like, I did not allow the shingles to take me over. Yeah. I had it, but I let it pass through me, and I used it, in that kind of a way. Sent love to that area, and didn't even put any substance on it, and all of that. And it just went like that, bang. And so I'm using things like that, healing myself, right, and actually sending love and high vibrations to others. Right.
Absolutely.
And seeing healing taking place. I mean, that's complete.
I love that. And right when you started talking, the thing I thought about right away, and it might be because we're talking about water. I brought water up so many times. I forgot the guy's name. Gosh, I can't remember. Michelle, you probably know this guy too. He's a Japanese guy. Something Muroto, the guy who does the study on how water is affected by the words we say to it. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. I'm gonna bring that back to the huddle one day. I might bring that book and do a huddle on it. This guy did a study where people were going up to water, and the water's in front of them, and they would say, "I love you. You're beautiful. I love you so much. You are a high vibrational energy." And the water changed shape, and through the magnifying glasses when they studied it. And then the other glass, the person would say, "You're terrible, you're ugly, and no one likes you. You're the worst ever." And that had a different shape in the water as well. So if you connect that together with what we're talking about, if our bodies are mostly water, how are we talking to our bodies? Isn't that fascinating? So when you said that about talking to yourself, I think it's the exact same thing as talking to plants. I think it's the exact same thing. People say I talk to my plants all the time. "Hello, loves. How are you? Oh, how is everyone today? Feeling good? Okay, let's have some water. Oh, you're so beautiful." Da, 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 da. The vibration of that goes haywire. Like, it's just like, great, plants are feeling love. So why don't we do that with ourselves more, right? And so this all obviously connects together, because with the ASMR, there's an external thing coming into us, but we are connecting with it. We're allowing it in, and we're allowing it to soothe us. And if we're lucky, hopefully we go back over and over and over again to do it again. When I get up in the morning, I write in this 5-minute journal by this company called, what is it called? Intelligent Change or something like that. And one of the first things I do is say what I'm grateful for. And then it also asks, what would make today great? Right? So you write, you know what would make today great? If I found $500, or you know what would make today? If I ran into a person that I hadn't seen in a while, whatever. All these topics we're talking about have to do with forecasting what is advantageous for us, right? Forecasting what will make our body feel better. Forecasting what we can do for others with the power that we have right now. Not like going to get anything or whatever. So with this ASMR, I really want you to lean into it, because we all deserve some healing right now. Period. No matter what you're going through. And, I'm going to a funeral today because my father's brother passed. And I'm singing at the funeral, and I'm bringing my gift to people. I'm emotional, but I had to do the huddle today because I'm up today, right? There's no down. I'm up today because I need to be up for myself, and I need to be up for the people that are going to see me, right? My family, because a lot of them are doing a lot. I think they're not doing as good as me today, right? Because obviously, to lose your brother or your sister or your child, it's very, very tricky, right? As we've spoken about before. So, my good people, I'm so happy that I was able to bring this message to you today. It's just another feather in the cap, right? It's just another thing that we have that's at our disposal. You deserve it for yourself. You deserve to have something to scoop out that gunk that tries to stick to your soul, right? You deserve that. So please research this ASMR. Literally, just go YouTube ASMR. And if you don't have a topic or a way to, I'm not sure what I want to hear, I'm not sure what affects me, go and make that your quest to see if you can use that as something that's a little bit more relaxing, because I think you deserve it. I really think we all deserve it, right? Does anyone else have anything else you want to say? Anyone at all?
I just want to say, as regards talking to your plants, I was recently in Georgia. Mm-hmm. And I love trees and plants, and I am also like, nature speaks to me. I mean, I looked at the trees, and I love the shape of the trees, right, and all of this. And one morning, just 2 days after, I just walked outside and just was really, enamored with the trees. I woke up and water was just pouring from my eyes, and I really didn't feel I was crying. Wow. But water was pouring from my eyes. And I heard, I don't know if it was one of them or a few of them saying to me, we're really happy you're here, because we feel so unappreciated most of the time. We are so happy you're here. And listen, this water was just running from my eyes, pouring from my eyes. That's the experience I had. The trees saying, we're so happy you're here.
Right.
That's real.
That's real. That's real stuff. Yeah. When you get tuned in and you hear that,
yes.
And I know about that because I've experienced something similar, because I hug trees. Yes. So I put my ear next to them. That's something also very interesting. But I'm so glad you had that experience, because I believe that stuff. I will talk somebody into the ground with it, with my belief with that. I think nature is begging to connect with us. Begging. Yes. It doesn't need us to survive. And then again, it does in a sense. But in general, it's on target. It does what it does every season. It does what it needs to do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we would be learning a wealth of knowledge if we paid more attention to nature and its gifts. I do it every day. I love it. Thank you for that comment.
Chase, I just want to say, you just talked about how you hug the trees and stuff, and my son overheard, and he looked at me and he said, I guess you're not crazy after all. Because because I do the same thing. I hug, I admire, I look at them, I talk to them, the trees, the plants that be in the park, like people watching me,
That's
like,
what you have to
it's kind of
do.
off the, but no, I'm like, I thank them for giving me the oxygen. I'm like,
That's
it's
right.
a great synergy, right? We give them the carbon, they give us the oxygen.
It's a circular thing. Yeah, we're giving, they're giving.
Yes, and my brother actually told me one time about something similar to what you're saying, where there was an instrument that they put, and they hear like the trees, like they talk to each other.
Right.
There's a wavelength where they communicate with each other, and if there's like a sickness or something overcoming a tree a few miles down, the roots tell each other, so then they put a protective shield so they wouldn't catch the virus or whatever. And I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. I just love nature and the way it's divinely designed.
It's truly amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, they've hooked electrodes up to trees and they find them communicating with each other.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. He said they communicate to each other.
Right. All the time.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about this so much more, but I have to go and take care of this morning and step into it. I appreciate all of you so much. It's been a great conversation. I'm going to actually continue another time. Thank you all for being here. As always, we leave with our tenets. Please live out loud, love, right? Give of yourself, move the body, eat mostly plant-based, give it a shot. Don't knock it until you try it. Sleep much more than you have, please, in the past. It's so important. Stress less. And you know what else? Please check yourself before you wreck yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you so much. You guys have a great day intentionally. Create the day that you want to create. Hug a tree. Click a little ASMR on and tell yourself that you are exactly where you need to be.
And may you have the strength of all of us on your back as you go in today to
thank you
at this funeral. My condolences.
I appreciate you so much. I'll let you know how it goes. Thank you
for all you do, Chase. Thank you, and blessings be to you, and condolences to the family.
I appreciate you. Thank you.